Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of Movies My Girlfriend Hasn't Seen, where I force my girlfriend to watch all of the classic movies that she has not seen. I am your host, Brandon.
I am sad girlfriend Megan.
And this week's movie is going to be the 1979 original Mad Max, starring Mel Gibson and a couple of other people you might recognize, but I don't think were super famous at the time. Like, I think George Miller, I think is his name, the director. I think he went with like lesser known actors on purpose, so nobody kind of carried any preconceived notions over to watching the film.
Except Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson wasn't really known at that time
No.
in 1979. This was kind of like his breakout kind of role,
True.
I think.
Okay.
I think he might have had maybe, I don't know, some Australian fucking soap opera credits or some shit. Yeah.
Now I want to go back and watch Mel Gibson soap opera stuff.
I mean, don't quote me on that. I don't know. He might have done toothpaste commercials or something. I don't know. I just know
I'm
that
sure
he
there's
wasn't like,
something.
I just know that he wasn't like a huge star at the time or anything. You know.
Fair enough. Okay.
A short overview of the plot is that Mad Max, it takes place in like
It's like post-apocalyptic stuff, right?
ish. This is it. Like Mad Max takes place like right after a post-apocalypse has gone down, like scenario. So like shit has not totally denigrated to where it's like, you know, there's like still some of society left in like normalcy, I guess.
Okay. And is that just because it's being rebuilt, or is that like...
No, I think what the deal is like where Max is at was kind of on the outskirts of wherever the catastrophe happened.
Okay.
So they still have some stuff, but not all of it. You know?
Okay.
So it's like society's kind of deteriorating at this point, you know.
Okay. So I guess like in my head, I kind of picture it like, so I know nothing Mad Max, new, old, nothing. Haven't seen any of it. So I guess in my head, I've always thought of it as like a cross between like Fallout and like Walking Dead or something.
Why?
Like without zombies, but just like there's like just groups, pockets of people that you run into and they usually just want to kill you. That's kind of what
By the time we get to the second movie, it's more in that vein, you know, like this movie.
Well, don't spoil it for me. That's just my assumptions of the movie. So apparently I'm wrong. Good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Max is a cop and he goes.
He's a cop.
Yes. Max is a cop. He's married, has a wife and child. And yeah, he patrols the outback against like roving gangs.
Okay. So he's like the official government person, and then then gang people
Yeah, essentially.
try to stir the pot.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where we're at. I don't know. What are you thinking going into it? Think you'll like it?
Probably. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. Although, what year? 79?
79,
So,
yes.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure some of the writing will probably be cringy. And,
Perhaps.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll like it. I'm pretty easily entertained, so...
Well, I don't know. After your scathing review of Highlander. Yeah.
Well, that was not entertaining in many forms.
Yeah. Well, we'll just arm wrestle over this one until the end of time.
Okay.
But we're not here to talk about Highlander. We're here to talk about Mad Max. So we are going to take a break. We're going to go watch Mad Max, and then we will be back and see what Megan thinks about Mad Max. We'll be right back. And we're back. So, Megan, tell the audience what you just told me.
This may possibly be the last episode of this podcast if we don't start watching better movies.
So, I take it you did not care for Mad Max then?
No, not really. No.
Why? What was your beef?
I never knew what was going on because I couldn't pay attention. How many times did I ask you what was happening or why something was happening?
I mean, a couple.
Oh, it was more than a couple. A couple times you didn't respond to me. Apparently you were very into the movie and I was like, what the fuck is going on? It did not hold my attention at all. And this is why I don't watch a lot of movies because I can't.
Well, in your defense, Mad Max is kind of sparse.
It's like the worst thing you've seen or it's nothing. Like there was no in between. It was mostly like it was like an hour and a half movie-ish. So it was like an hour and 10 minutes of nothing. And then like 5 minutes of story-ish. And then 10 minutes of just you want to know that a kid and a dog die? That happens.
Spoiler warning.
Right, and the wife. And I'm honestly surprised that they didn't go back and kill the old lady. Like I figured she would have been offed, but
yeah, like the story moves.
There isn't a story though.
There is.
There isn't. Like it doesn't explain the way the world is.
Yeah, it kind of leaves that a little open-ended,
Like, it doesn't explain that. It does allude, like, the only reason that I knew is because I read the Netflix, like, little synopsis thing at the start that said that basically the world was crumbling because there was no more oil. And it's like, that's nowhere in the movie again, what dialogue there was, I really wasn't paying attention. And then, to be fair, the Australian accents didn't really help either. There were some parts where it was like it was a thick enough accent. And then, of course, with every movie, the dialogue is always so much quieter than anything else. So it was like with the quiet of the voice and then with the accent, I was like, I'm not really 100% sure what they're saying. And I also 100% don't care. So I'm like, it probably had nothing to do with whatever was. It's just like biker gang guys. And just mayhem. Like, they just went to watch the world burn. And then they let somebody burn. And then at the very end, the one guy got burned. So, full circle.
Yeah. The second one is a lot better.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
It is, though. Ask anybody.
You say every movie that we've watched so far is good. And I don't believe you.
Well, this one is good. I don't know if maybe it's...
I could see if maybe watching it when I was like preteen. Like if I was in the... Yeah. If I were like not... I don't know. If I was like preteen, didn't really understand things, like I would probably think that was cool because it probably was something that I wouldn't supposed to be watching, so it'd be like, oh, I'm a rebel. And then I'd probably, I don't know. I still don't think I would have liked it because there's a dog died. And then, yeah, I don't know. It was just like the parts that were exciting and actiony and I feel moved the story along were just so few and far between. It was just... I don't know.
They were either wrecking a car or somebody was getting maimed like every 20 minutes.
It really didn't feel like it when I was watching it. I mean, I guess you're right, but it was like in between those 20 minutes felt like it was an hour. It was just, I don't know. I mean, you're right. There was stuff happening, but I don't know. It was just...
I don't know. I think that, like... some of the problems I feel are that the story almost moves along too briskly. Like it seems like they never flight on anything long enough to develop it. So everything seems like
I could go with that because there is a lot and nothing is, they don't dwell on anything. They don't, yeah, I could definitely agree with that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, because that was the other thing. Like, none of the characters, like Mel Gibson's character, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about you. Like, you're a cop. All the cops seemed borderline like being in the biker gang anyway. So,
well, that's what Max was saying when he goes to resign. You know,
right?
Yeah, it's out there in them. It's hard out there in them wasteland streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I was not connected to anybody. I didn't give a shit about any of the characters except for the dog and the baby, because they were, well, I mean, pretty much everybody was like an innocent, well, and the wife. They were the innocent bystanders in the movie. And then, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I guess maybe they should have shown more of, like, the biker people.
Well, the other thing is
like,
that this was filmed on like a $400,000 budget. Like, the budget for this movie was not a lot. So I think they were kind of restricted in what and how much of things they could do, given the budget. Now, it made like $100 million or something.
That's crazy.
Like, for a long time, I think it held the record for like, most money grossed or something.
That's crazy. I don't believe it.
That fucking take it up with Wikipedia. I think I read it off of there.
Later. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know. That's just,
this one, Mad Max is all right. It's a lot better. Like, once you see the second one.
That shouldn't be the case.
I mean, I don't know.
So
it just is.
The new one that came out a couple years ago, was that supposed to be a remake of this or like another sequel of?
I don't think they've ever elaborated.
They were just like, here's a movie that is loosely somewhat structure of.
It's kind of weird because like even the second and third Mad Maxes, like,
why are there that many?
Well, the second one was...
Are they all Mel Gibson?
Yes.
Or are they?
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't be. Like, he avenged his wife and child. And then I don't know. I thought it was going to be a suicide mission at one point, and I still think it should have been. I think it would have been a better movie if he had just died too.
I don't know. The third one definitely didn't need to happen. The second one, though, is like... dope.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's really good because like he is super mad at that point,
What I mean, he killed all of the people that were in that gang that had to do with this movie.
Yeah, I don't want to spoiler it for you. Yeah. We'll check it out.
Great. So what did I don't know. It's like, what could make him more mad? I don't know. They torch all of his cars.
Tune in to find out. Yeah. So, what did you like about this movie?
I'm really going to have to think about it.
I mean, come on. The car at the end was pretty badass.
I'm not a car person. I don't give a damn.
Come on, dude. That dude shirtless wearing a scarf was also pretty rad.
That was a choice. In his little greenhouse apartment thing. Yeah. Watering all of his plants.
It's a shame that guy couldn't be transported into this time to play the fucking giant muscly mustachioed guy from Full Metal Alchemist. You don't know what I'm talking about, but some people will. If you look will. If you look at this guy and that guy, they're like, it's like he came right out of that cartoon. It's ridiculous. So, yeah.
He was a thing. I was like, is that supposed to be the police chief? It's like, yep. Okay, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, they're holding the police department together by a thread. Yeah.
A very, very thin, frayed thread.
What did you not like about this movie, Bay?
Oh, I don't know. And then I guess that's the thing. Like, I didn't like anything, but I was just bored. I was just bored. I mean, the movie, I could see why people like it. Like, it's an interesting concept. There is something gnarly happening fairly often. And, like, I get it, but just for me personally, I don't know. I was just bored.
I'll tell you this much, like, if I was going to go back and, like, redo Mad Max, I would have the wife and kid get killed in, like, the first 30 minutes and then have the rest of the movie of him hunting them down because, like, you're right. By the time the wife and kid get iced,
right.
You know.
Because I paused it. Yeah, I was like, let's see where we're at on the...
And there was, like, 17 minutes left, you know, so he wraps them up.
Right.
You know, pretty quick. Yeah. I think if they would have shifted that up and spent more time on, like, revenge plot, then...
Well, and then I think if they had shown the biker gang stuff more, like, I mean, I understand I don't think... It was almost like they portrayed them as not really having a thought process. Like, they were just like, we're going to go do what we want to do. But it's like they sabotage things. Like, they were planning. They were thinking. They were scheming. And it's like, I think if they had maybe shown that a little bit more instead of just being like, oh, there's these reckless, crazy dudes. But it was like a weird thing that's implied, but they're not showing it. And I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, like, Miller really lets most of your imagination do the...
I don't have a good imagination. I have a really, really bad imagination. So that's not my cup of tea. I need you to you need to show me what you... Like, I mean, and overall themes and stuff like that. Like, I can pick and pull, that kind of stuff. But there was just a lot that just felt like it could have been shown, it should have been shown, and just wasn't.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. And then what they did choose to show, like the dog being gutted. I'm really upset about the dog. What was the other movie that we watched that had the dog that I was very upset about? I don't remember. I already forget.
I don't know. I can't remember either right offhand.
There was one though, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like, I feel like I remember being very upset. There's an animal of some sort.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe we watched a movie recently that, yeah.
No, I don't know.
I don't either. I know the monkey bit the dust and Raiders, and you were mad about that.
Yeah, I think it was that.
And then, I don't know. It does seem like there was another animal that got iced and you were incensed. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't mess with animals.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, this one, the original Mad Max is good. The Road Warrior's a lot better. It's like, it's more action-packed-y, If it's kind of like a Marvel movie. If this was like the origin story, then the next one is like when you get to the meat and potatoes of of the thing. He definitely gets more. He gets way more buck in the second one than he does.
Is he still a cop or does he resign?
Dude, by the time the second one comes around, ain't no more cops. Ain't no more.
Gotcha.
It is. Yeah.
No, civilization is.
Yes, it's a lawless wasteland at that point.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up then.
Great! Can't wait. So excited.
Do you have any movies that you would like for us to check out? Comment below. Write in. You can write into Tokyo Black podcast at gmail.com. You can call in to 470-387-1942. Speaking of, Jermaine's calling me right now. Yeah. Don't forget to check us out every other Monday.
Where he watches me or makes me watch a probably terrible movie.
Classic. You mispronounced classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, some of these, I guess you just had to catch.
Yeah, like I
Catch
said,
at
I
the
feel
time.
like it's an age thing. Like if you had watched them early teen, preteen, I get it. Because there are tons of movies that I know don't hold water that in my head, I absolutely love. And you can't tell me otherwise. But yeah, so that's what all of these are. So we're going to have to flip the script at some point, and you're going to have to start watching movies because, I mean, granted, you've seen a lot of movies, unlike me, but we'll find some.
There's a couple I keep looking for them, but, I keep looking for Mean Girls because I said that I would watch that like 2 years ago, and I haven't gotten around to it yet because you can't find it online. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find it.
And I'm not paying for it.
I'll go buy it. I like that movie.
Yeah, I'm not paying for Mean Girls. Yeah, Lohan's not getting my money. But all right then. Yeah, that's been the show. Write in. Let us know what you think. Until then, I've been your host Brandon,
And I'm Megan.
and this has been movies my girlfriend has not seen. Mad Max, where she did not care for it. For shame. Between this and Highlander, I don't know. I'm really starting to question everything our relationship is built on. Yeah.
Me too.
Well, hopefully there'll be an episode 11, folks. We'll see. Later.
Bye, y'all.